Hello there, fellow NPCs. I'm Scythe, and today we're getting back to the house in Fata Morgana. But before that, Happy New Year! I know there was a video yesterday, and I forgot to say then, but Happy New Year! It's 2026! I hope it's going to be a good year. But yeah, as I said, we are in the house of Fata Morgana, and we have finally finished Michelle's story, from beginning to end. Sort of, because we are now in the afterlife, and we're going to be finding out what's going to happen from here on out. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So that's it. Let's go. And so, my life came to an end. But that wasn't the end of the story. I don't know if what comes next could be called my story. But memories of these events linger in my soul. After being pierced by Didier's blade, I found myself looking down upon my own corpse. How could I have ever imagined that I would be made to witness my own misery, even in death? I watched as my eldest brother dragged me to the place of my crucifixion, and my soul, evidently still bound to my flesh, was dragged along with it, against my will, down to the nearby village. And I did mention it before, but I do believe that Michelle has been dead for 2 years since he first started hearing Morgana's voice, and that this is all a big plot from Morgana, so that Michelle will be happy to help her, as it were. So we'll see if that's true or not. The knights! The knights have returned from their holy quest! Oh, how we've awaited your arrival. How glorious it is to see you! Waiting for us there was a cluster of villagers. A large cross lay on the ground in the center of the square. Right, this is probably the same village that had the villagers that drank Morgana's blood. Holding torches, they formed a crowd around the knights, several of them familiar faces. The men who had come to ransack the mansion were standing there, staring at my body in awe. Ah, the Lord's judgment has been delivered unto the witch of the cursed mansion by his holy servants. No longer shall we live in fear of the curse befalling us. Eternal peace is assured. Oh, wait. No, I still believe he still died, yeah. We have assembled all the tools we need to execute your divine mission. A cross befitting of such a heinous sinner. The witch threatened to curse us, sullied our pure ears with its blasphemy. I had done no such thing. I hadn't cursed anyone. I had merely been defending myself. They had been armed and outnumbered me, so I had said what was necessary to chase them off. Our poor harvest and our suffering at the hands of the greedy Lord were all the work of the witch. Why then were they acting like I was at fault? Why was I the sinner, and why did I need to be judged? My soul trembled at the overwhelming fervor consuming the crowd. The zealous desires to see judgment cast. So I prayed. I asked God to grant me the smallest of miracles, to let my voice reach my brother, who carried my body. Please don't do this, Didier. Please hear my voice. You know me better than that. You know I've done nothing wrong. Those men smirking at the sight of my body, they're the ones putting the blame for their sins on me. Please, tell me you at least don't think I did those things. Don't put me on that cross. If it was the mother who sold me out to the church, then surely you can give me a respectable burial. The nails and rope for the crucifixions are here. We would have you, O knight, deliver the Lord's judgment unto this vile witch. Didier, why do you say nothing? Why do you accept the tools this man presents you? Tools meant to punish me. Interesting music. Tell me, Didier. Crucifixion! Crucify it! Crucify the witch! My brothers lowered my corpse to the ground and began removing my clothing. And in that very moment, I realized the purpose of hanging someone from a cross. Overwhelmed by hopelessness, tears streamed down my face. Please, anything but that. I'm begging you. Don't expose me to these people. Don't expose my body, Didier. I'm begging you. Don't do it. But of course, my voice had no way of reaching him, and he proceeded to remove my clothing, piece by piece, until I was left fully nude. For a brief moment, an unpleasant silence spread through the crowd. The erratic cackling of the torches was the only sound that could be heard in the square. And then, with a mocking laugh, one man spoke. Ah, so there it is, the devilish creature! Ah! Don't look at me! Please look away! Or just get it over with and burn me now! Burn my body, please! One simple thing was all I was missing. I had a frame like a man. I lacked breasts of a woman. My heart was male. I was in love with a woman. You sold your soul to the devil, and this is what you have become. This frightful, reprehensible creature. You dare defile the sacred body God blessed with you. Was that what people really thought of me? Was there no way to make them understand? Could they not possibly imagine how miserable I was? To live in a body that didn't fit the shape of your soul? Was there no way to get through to them, even in the slightest bit, that all I wanted was to be what I felt I was? Was that really so heinous a crime? Please, Didier, stop this. Don't humiliate me any further. Please, just let me depart this world in peace. Carry my body away from this place. That's all I ask. And if you can't do that, then at least burn me instead. Didier. Didier. He then placed my body upon the cross, bound my arms together at the wrists with rope, and then drove a nail through my palms. I couldn't look away. I tried to close my eyes, but I couldn't. My vision remained perfectly clear despite the constant stream of tears. When he was finished attaching my body to the cross, he and several other knights lifted it off the ground, planting it in the center of the village square. The villagers showered the knights with their praise and gratitude. Not for lack of trying, I was unable to get away from the cross. My soul was trapped there along with my body. Didier didn't say a word the entire time. After a full day hanging there, grotesque blackish splotches began appearing on my lower body. Oh? Like, blood vessels popping? Everyone who saw it grimaced in disgust. The knights, Didier included, had long since taken their leave, leaving my soul behind, curled up to the base of the cross. A constant stream of tears ran down my face. Despite all my prayers, I remained bound to that place, left to rot on the cross with my body. Passers-by threw rocks or spat on me. Children laughed. A mother warned her daughter to always obey God's teachings. By 48 hours, black-feathered birds and maggots had appeared to devour my rotting flesh. I couldn't imagine any less pleasant a sight than my own body decaying in the sunlight. Oh, right. Is that splotches? Easily sunburned? Exposed for all to see. A group of children assembled in the square not far from the cross, and soon after, a competition began to see who could take down the evil witch. They gathered all the rocks they could find and started throwing them at my corpse as hard as they could. The stones ripped through my decomposing flesh, exposing bits and bone. And eventually, they settled on a winner, the one who had torn off the most flesh, and went on their way. And when they were gone, the birds flocked in to take their place. The third day and night came and went. And at sunrise on the fourth day, I received a visitor. Watch your step, madam. The crucifix is this way. Madam, is that going to be Giselle? No, because Giselle doesn't know that Michelle is a woman. Yeah. Trying to be correct here, but also not trying to get demonetized. Not that I make money, but still. After everything I had been through, I thought nothing more could possibly affect me. I had sunk as far down into the abyss as I could go. However, Mother. Yeah, that makes sense. I knew it was her instantly. She was older and bonier than I remembered. She had bags under her eyes so dark they looked like bruises. Her once lustrous blonde hair had faded almost white, but I would always recognize my own mother. What are you doing here, Mother? Father. In the 13 years since I had last heard Mother's voice, it had grown raspy and weak. But there was still distinct traces of it of the woman who had raised me, who had stayed at my bedside when I was sick. Though I lacked a physical body, I still felt a deep, piercing chill at the sound of her voice. Father, 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 this is not my daughter. I did not birth this accursed thing. No, 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 no. I am her victim. For years I suffered at the hands of this witch. She stole my daughter away from me, tormenting me. Endlessly tormenting me. Trying to ruin me. A demon. You're a demon. Mother. I despise you, you foul, hellish monster. I loved you. You took everything from me. I could never bring myself to hate my birth mother. I feel nothing but revulsion for you. I loved you. An eternity in the fires of hell would be too good for you. I often disagreed with the things you said and did, but I still remember the feeling of your hand in mine as I lay sick in bed. I have absolutely no relation to this demon. I kept writing you letters, kept pretending to be a girl for you, because I didn't want to hurt you. This is not my daughter. Now, I wonder if I missed quite a lot here, because this is how Jacopo was receiving letters from the white-haired girl, only for him to visit her once it's too late, once she's already left, in this case, died. Was Michel forced to relive his pain in the other doors? Don't think so. I couldn't stand doing it. Whenever I sat down to write one, I came out a horrible wreck, even worse off than before. But even so, send this monster straight to hell. I didn't want to break you, Mother. I didn't want to push you any further off the edge. Quickly, set me free of this accursed thing! But I suppose I still did end up breaking you. Please be at ease, madam. The Lord has heard your prayers. He wants you to cast the demon into the cleansing fires. He wants you to show him that, as you say, you have no relation to this unholy thrall. Gladly, gladly! I'll gladly send this vile creature to the deepest pits of hell with my own two hands. Her eyes swirling with every hateful emotion imaginable. Mother took the torch from the priest and tossed it into the pile of straw spread around the base of the cross. The flame crackled as it spread upward, consuming my body and filling the square with that putrid stench of burning flesh. Through the cloud of smoke, I could see a faint smile on Mother's lips. Mother, I'm so sorry. You had to give birth to me. When the inferno had devoured everything, and the cross itself came crumbling down, my soul was finally released from that place. Or rather, I suppose it more shattered. The things I saw, the things I was made to watch, were harrowing. Morgana had been right. The anguish that came after knowing happiness was much greater than anything I had felt before. It eroded my spirit, drained me of the willpower to bear the sight of the world after death. But rather than give in to the hatred like Morgana did, I despaired of myself. I didn't curse or bear a grudge against anyone. I prayed for my own extinguishment. My soul began to crumble, neither ascending to heaven nor falling to hell, but fading into darkness everlasting. My fingers were the first to go, then my eyes, and then my mouth. All sounds vanished into nothingness. My beating heart, and all the emotion that had once taken root within it, scattered like leaves upon the wind. My soul completely, wholly decomposed. I couldn't stand to allow my soul to return to the living world, no matter what it might take residence in. Some length of time later, I began to hear a sound, muffled and indistinct. No longer human in form, I had no ears to speak of, but the sound gradually increased in volume. It was a voice. Where are you, Michel? What are you doing? I'm still praying. I'm still wishing for you to appear before me. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. I've been praying for so long. I don't even know how long it's been. It's Giselle. I was wondering, who the hell is this? So long. It's Giselle. Before you left, you said you were going to pray too. You said you hoped we could meet again in another life. I'm not misremembering, am I? Michel, come back to me soon. As if drawn by the sound of that voice, bit by bit, I began regaining some of what I had lost. But it took an incredibly long time. My body and soul had been ground to dust. I had rejected myself, scattered into the void. It would take several lifetimes to find and reassemble all those pieces. Michelle. All I can remember about you is your name, your glassy white skin, your fiery red eyes, and your snow-colored hair. Nothing else. I had thought my mind, my body, my spirit, and my heart had all been eradicated. But every time I heard that voice, I thought I must return. Well, thought is perhaps inaccurate. It was not so much a conscious idea as an instinctive force. The voice slowly buried the overwhelming pain I had suffered in both life and death. I began to search for the source of that quiet, constant whisper echoing in the emptiness. Chasing after that tiny fleck of light, the one thing in the world that seemed to desire my presence. Michelle, I am no longer the girl I once was. I built a thick cocoon around myself. A cocoon I can't break free of. My own protective shell is devouring me. I'm waiting for you, Michelle. Waiting for you inside my shell. My shell, Michelle? Okay. Always waiting. Will you be able to recognize the person I've become? We did. Please, Michelle. Get me out of here. At long last, I found the ray of light I sought. And I had an absolute certainty that if I followed it, I would reach the source of the voice. I had to find them. I had to set them free. I desperately had to give back to them what they had given to me. And that sense of purpose is what set me back into motion. But the void was so expansive, so endlessly deep, that reaching the end of the trail of light was no easy task. Struggling to follow it to its source wore me barely held together soul thin, until it crumbled apart once more. Again and again I lost myself. I can't account for much of my time chasing after that light. The gaps in my memory are large and frequent. Nevertheless, after countless cycles of breaking down and reassembling myself, after hundreds of years of wandering, I finally found my way back to that mansion. 1,000 years later, and when the two of us had our long-awaited reunion, neither of us were our old selves any longer. In my endeavor to return, I had worn my soul down to almost nothing. I was but a vague shadow, completely devoid of memories. And that was the beginning. We met each other anew, lost and broken, devoid of life. And now we're out of that. The darkness here reminds me of my time in the void. Of the despair that filled my shattered soul as it sunk into the endless abyss. Of the emptiness I felt as my body crumbled and faded into nothing. Michelle, the poor soul who was named for an angel and born with a curse, made to bear an unfairly cruel fate. I am the only one who sympathizes with you. The only one who understands your pain. The only one willing to help you. I'm sure you're not feeling particularly fond of me right now. Not after I made you relive the past you so wanted to forget. Every moment of that despair. Not after I revealed your every last secret to the woman you love. But you must face the truth, my dear. You put your life, your very soul, on the line for this woman. And even she would not accept you. But as I have said before, that's the normal response. She's no worse than anyone else for it. You simply aren't something people can accept. You believe that even if your family wouldn't, that even if your dear brothers wouldn't, Giselle would be able to accept you for you. That she alone was different. That she alone was special. That she alone wanted you in her life. That she alone would extend her hand for you. You never doubted that, did you? But, Michelle, hope exists to be crushed. And the stronger you cling to that hope, the more you have to lose. You can hear that, can't you? Her mocking you, scorning you, rejecting everything that defines you. The revulsion in her voice. This is the woman you fought so hard to get back. Listen to it, my dear. Focus on her voice. Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. This is fy fan. Stop, please. I don't want to hear it anymore. Make it stop. Can you blame her, though? For hundreds of years she waited, trusting you, and you came back to her a woman more than once. If you think about it, you betrayed her first. Oh, no, stop, don't. I didn't... Tell me, what was it like? How did it feel to be born and live as a woman? You spent your life insisting you weren't a woman, and yet your soul chose a female body to return in. Ah, those gaps in your memory were from the lives as the white-haired girl. Oh, First there was this kind, mild-mannered, flaxen-haired boy. You, a woman, and he, a man, were joined in love. And then there was the deranged man-beast. By exposing your female body to him, you were able to temporarily contain his madness. And finally, there was the man obsessed with money and power. You were his wife, ever faithful, ever waiting patiently for him to remember his love. You put your faith in the wrong person's love. How can you expect her not to be disgusted? She was forced to watch you again and again as the man she loved was reborn as a woman and had relations with other men. Would you like to know what you're doing at right this moment, Michelle? You're crying. Crying, as you have done so many times before. Those tears, they wash away your dignity. Would you also like to know how you look right now, Michelle? You've reverted to your final moments, both in body and in heart. Take a look at yourself, my dear. Your body, incomplete, only partially male. The wounds still fresh and raw, pierced by your brother whom you trusted completely, and the knights whose rank you dreamed of joining. Even now, your blood still flows from those wounds. They will never heal. Not so long as you remain yourself. Oof. It's not pleasant, is it? It hurts quite a bit, doesn't it? I did not inflict those wounds on you, though. They are your own, and no one can erase them. You've lost everything, Michelle. Tell me, what do you have left? You were robbed of your pride, your dignity, your life, your identity, your very existence, and the love you thought you still had. Well, she's gone and left you behind too. And still you refuse to curse anyone. Why do you not take what you deserve from those who stole everything from you? You have every right to vengeance, and I'm offering you the means to have it. Curse them, my dear. I cannot curse anyone. You disappoint me, Michelle. But if that's what you want, if you won't join me in my hatred, then so be it. I will accept we are not as similar as I once thought. And as much as it pains me to do so, I will release you. I will even wish for your reconstruction into the body you desire. You shall descend into the mortal realm as a human man, never to set foot in this cursed mansion again. Imagine it. After waiting for so long, you will finally be able to obtain the body you so desperately seek. To have a wife and create a happy family of your own. Wouldn't that just be lovely? I'll make that wish for you, my dear. You can have that life. All you have to do is walk out the door. It's that easy. Just let go. Let it all go, Michelle. I. Oh. Oh, yeah. Oh, don't listen to her! Okay, last time we didn't do anything, we failed. Now that we didn't do anything, we're succeeding. But... crap, I kind of need to see that. But I missed my opportunity. Let's continue. Don't listen to her. Don't trust anything she says. Don't trust anything she shows you. Michelle, you told me you believed in my love. That if I could survive for hundreds of years, it must be real. So don't start doubting it now. Yeah. Open your eyes, Michelle, and look at me. Listen to me. Please, listen to the sound of my voice. Wait. Michelle. Will you listen to what I really think? how I actually feel. Yeah, so I was wondering about that. Was that also just a vision manipulation by Morgana, that she found him disgusting? I would never, ever push you away. Do you remember what I said, Michelle? When you broke through the cocoon I had built around myself, I said that I would never come to hate you. I still stand by that. My feelings haven't changed in the slightest. It doesn't matter what kind of past you had, or what kind of secrets you kept. I still love you. You accepted me, Michelle. I spent hundreds of years trapped in this place, watching as tragedy after tragedy befell its residents. Slowly losing my grip on myself until I had been twisted so far I could tell them like stories with a cold smile on my face. That was a long sentence. In spite of what I had become, you still took my hand. You still said you loved me. No matter what horrors you've experienced, I will always and forever take your hand. Michelle! Giselle. Please have faith in me, Michelle. Don't believe what some illusions says. Believe me. Believe the real me. You have it backwards, Giselle. The truth is, I never once doubted you. What? I never doubted your love. Michelle, I despise myself. I hated that I was so weak I couldn't even bear being rejected by a phantasm made to look like you. I didn't want you to see me like that. I didn't want you to know I was so weak. To see my past. To see me now, a pitiful, unsightly mess. I couldn't stand the thought of you seeing any of that. If only in your memories. If only for you. I wanted to be gallant. To be a man. I wanted to be the man who never cried, who never showed weakness, and who died trying to protect you. I didn't want you to know that I was so weak, that I was such a sad, frail person, and not even a real man. Michelle, I didn't want you to see that. Morgana was telling the truth. I opened the door to our past in order to bring you back. But that wasn't the whole story. I kept details about myself out. Things that would make me look bad. There's no one as shameful and reprehensible as me. No, Michelle. There's no one in this world as admirable as you. You remained true to yourself to the end. No matter how bad things got. Day after day you fought. All alone. Despite being put through hell. Yet you chose not to curse those responsible. Only once did you ever consider cursing someone. Your father. I remember that day very well. I was too stupid to realize it at the time. But you did that for me. The one time you ever wanted to curse someone was for me. Give yourself a little more credit. You did perhaps come off as a bit inscrutable, but deep down you're truer to yourself than anyone. Your motivation is simple and pure. Your heart full of kindness. Know that you're a wonderful, admirable man, Michelle. Be proud of who you are. That doesn't change. How much suffering I put you through, Giselle. I was the white-haired girl. The girl in the portrait was me. It was all me. Exactly, the girl in the portrait was me. So, yeah. He was... No, wait. No, that... yeah. I still believe he's dead, but it all could be when he was alive. If Morgana could actually talk out of death. Yeah. I came back more than once. Showing up a woman, then disappearing again. Hunting you, completely unaware. Pushing you away. Leaving nothing but tragedy in my wake. I'll never forgive myself for what I did to you. Have faith in yourself, Michelle. Follow your heart. I knew it was a secret you didn't want revealed. But for me, I couldn't be happier to know the truth. Because it shows just how incredibly much you love me. And not only in life. The hundreds of years I spent trapped in this mansion. You spent searching for me. In the vast, empty, hopeless void, you heard my voice. Your love guided you to me. When you had lost everything, your love for me still lived on. Even as it tore you apart, you kept fighting to make it back to me. A few blanks in your memory don't account for how someone so fiercely determined could suddenly become a completely different person. But, Giselle, how am I supposed to believe that? How am I supposed to believe that wasn't me, when everything about us is exactly the same? You are not the white-haired girl, Michelle. Have faith in your own heart and the things you stand for. Have faith in your true self. In the person you are, the shape of your soul. You were never the white-haired girl, and you never will be. Remember when you first arrived at the mansion, Michelle? I took your hand, and together we watched dozens of different lives play out. Were your memories anywhere among them? It wasn't behind those doors that you found yourself, but in the remnants of the month we shared here. Was the white-haired girl anywhere in your memories? You are Michelle. No one else. But that doesn't change. With my body, I know you, Michelle. I know who you are deep down. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I want you to understand that, to know how I feel. Though we only shared our love for a month in life, it was enough for me to wait hundreds of years for your return. And you fought with everything you had to make it back to me, to get me out of here. You are the greatest man I have ever known. Giselle, how is it? You always manage to see straight through me, Giselle. To give me exactly what I want. That smile, that single ray of light in the endless dark. To say exactly what I have so desperately yearned to hear. The words I sought for countless years. Giselle! I reached out for her, but she began to fade. Her outline hazy and blending into the surroundings. And all I managed to grab is empty air. I want more than anything to feel her warmth right now, the sensation of her skin against mine. There's nothing there. Please, Giselle, don't leave my side again! Don't worry, I'm right here with you. I'm not going anywhere. Giselle, put your hands on my shoulders. Wrap your arms around me. I can't. I want to, so much, but I can't feel you there at all. You can, Michelle. I promise. Close your eyes. Now reach forward, slowly. You can feel me there, can't you? That's my finger. And that's my hair. Those are my eyes. And here are my lips. Here's my heart, where I keep all the feelings you gave back to me. And my love for you. In body and in spirit, I am all yours. Can you sense me here beside you? I think I can. Now, hold on and don't let go. You know, it's kind of funny. We're like two awkward kids around each other. Bound together by a love so amazingly powerful, yet we only ever held hands a few times. And embracing is like some incredible achievement for us. And we're supposed to be full-grown adults. Kiss me, Michelle. We never got the chance while we were alive. Giselle. Or are you going to tell me to wait again? Not this time. I feel my way around that emptiness where she is. Her skin, white but not pallid. Her slightly flushed cheeks dimpled by her smile. Her lips, which at times called me master and at times called me Michelle. Her entire being, this woman who accepted me as a man. Who, even in death, continued bringing me back from my darkest places. She is my everything. I feel a faint breath against my neck, somewhere between a sigh and a giggle. I feel her warmth, which I thought I would never know again, the soft touch of her skin. I envision her face before me, where I'm sure she is, with her eyes closed, and I press my lips against hers. It's a quick, clumsy affair, just a little peck. Not the kind of kiss two grown adults might be expected to share. But nonetheless, a gentle warmth spread through my body from the place of our lips touched. It's a sensation so pleasant, so nice, I can hardly believe it's real. Our surroundings dissolve, and the world takes on a new face. A plane of tranquil light created by Giselle, into which the mansion's darkness slowly seeps. The difference is, now I'm not afraid to step back into it. All it took was a single, irreplaceable moment to change my everything. Though I can't see her there, I can feel her presence right beside me. Her heart, and that she too can feel mine. I won't falter anymore. I'm through hesitating, wavering about in fear of my own weakness. I will look to the future. I will believe in myself, because she believes in me. I'm done carrying the chains I created for myself. I have work to do. No more looking away from my responsibility. As the light dims and darkness begins to take over, I hear her voice in my ear. Michelle, can I ask you to lend your hand to someone? You set me free, and now I'd like you to do the same for her. This is something I don't think anyone else can do. Only you can rid the mansion of its darkness. I'm here with you too. So let's open the final door together. The true final door. We can put an end to all this tragedy. I know we can. Now, off we go, Michelle. And do not let go of my hand. Kind of scary music now. But that will be in it for today's video. So we have reunited with Giselle, and she loves us, we love her, and everything Morgana did in order to get us to curse someone failed, because our love is too strong, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we are about to enter door 8, it seems like, the last and final door. So yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you Josef for donating directly to my Ko-fi page. If you guys want to help me out, you can do so by clicking the link down in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye everyone.